The gaming world has been electrified by an unprecedented wave of leaks surrounding Grand Theft Auto 6. Rockstar Games' highly anticipated title, scheduled for release in May 2026. At the heart of this excitement are the game's two main protagonists, Jason and Lucia, whose characters and storyline have gradually emerged through various leaked materials and official trailers. This comprehensive exploration delves into everything we know about these characters and their narrative journey through Vice City. The excitement surrounding GTA 6 was significantly amplified when leaked footage and information began surfacing online, offering intriguing insights into the game's potential features and main characters. Lucia is the first official character confirmed by Rockstar in the GTA 6 trailer, appearing in a prison jumpsuit, suggesting she has a criminal background. The character represents a historic milestone for the franchise, being the first playable female protagonist in the main Grand Theft Auto series. Rockstar Games officially announced GTA 6 back in 2023, with a launch date of late 2025, though it was subsequently pushed back to May 2026. This delay, while disappointing to millions of eager fans, has allowed the development team to refine what promises to be the most ambitious entry in the franchise's storied history. The release of two official trailers has provided tantalizing glimpses into the narrative structure and character dynamics that will drive the game's story forward. Lucia stands as a groundbreaking character in the Grand Theft Auto universe. Portrayed as Hispanic, her character draws inspiration from Bonnie, the famed bank robber from the 1930s. This historical connection immediately establishes her as a character rooted in American criminal folklore, suggesting a narrative that will explore themes of partnership, crime, and perhaps the consequences of choosing a life outside the law. The Bonnie Parker connection is particularly significant, as it hints at a romantic and criminal partnership that defined one of history's most notorious outlaw couples. Lucia is tough, sharp, and one half of the main duo that the story follows, involved in robberies and high-speed getaways. The leaked footage has consistently shown her taking charge during criminal activities, displaying leadership qualities that suggest she may be the dominant partner in her relationship with Jason. During the leak, this detail suggests that players will encounter Lucia after she has already had run-ins with the law, potentially establishing her as someone trying to navigate life after incarceration. Lucia also reportedly has a child, though this apparently won't play a major role in the main story. This revelation adds depth to her character, presenting her as someone with responsibilities and connections beyond her criminal activities. The visual representation of Lucia has been subject to intense scrutiny by fans. While there is no official confirmation of the voice actor for Lucia, leaks and rumors suggest it might be actress Manny L. Perez from the show Blind Spot. Fan speculation has analyzed interviews and appearances by Perez, noting similarities in appearance and mannerisms to the character shown in trailers and leaked footage. Whether or not these speculations prove accurate, the attention to detail in Lucia's character design reflects Rockstar's commitment to creating believable and compelling protagonists. Jason, the mysterious male protagonist. Jason is described as a white American with a Southern accent who drives a muscle car, with his standard set of clothes being a greasy t-shirt, shorts, and a cap worn backwards. His character design evokes a more casual, possibly lower-class aesthetic that contrasts interestingly with the glamorous Vice City setting. Presumably, Jason will live in the countryside, suggesting that the game's narrative may span both urban and rural environments, expanding the geographical scope beyond just the neon-lit streets of the main city. One of Jason's most intriguing features relates to his gameplay abilities. Jason has a special ability to detect objects that are brightly lit against a dark background, which can be useful for spotting loot during a robbery. Jason features a special ability that activates slow motion with targeting weak points, functioning similarly to the Deadeye system from Red Dead Redemption 2. This gameplay mechanic draws clear parallels to Rockstar's Western epic, suggesting that the studio is bringing proven mechanics from their other successful franchises into the GTA universe. The character's personality appears markedly different from Lucia's. Jason appeared to be a calm and controlled character, the opposite of seemingly hot-headed Lucia. This personality contrast suggests that their partnership will involve balancing different temperaments and approaches to criminal activity. Where Lucia seems impulsive and aggressive, Interestingly, Jason's role in the story has generated considerable speculation among fans. Some fans theorize that he could be an undercover cop or an ex-cop. This theory, if true, would add a layer of dramatic irony to the narrative, with Jason potentially torn between his feelings for Lucia and his professional obligations or past. There's speculation that Jason might secretly be working with the Leonida police, which naturally means he could end up betraying Lucia. Such a twist would create tremendous dramatic tension and could serve as the emotional climax of the game's story. Jason owns a pet iguana at his home that players can interact with and feed, a detail that was subtly confirmed in Trailer 2. This seemingly minor detail adds personality to the character and suggests that Rockstar is continuing their tradition of including interactive elements that make game worlds feel more lived in and authentic. The Bonnie and Clyde dynamic, a modern criminal romance. GTA 6 follows Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos in a Bonnie-and-Clyde-style romp around the city of Leonida. This confirmation of their full names came from credible leakers who have proven accurate in previous predictions. The Bonnie and Clyde inspiration is more than just superficial. It suggests a narrative centered on a romantic partnership that exists within the context of criminal activity, where love and crime become inextricably intertwined. Most likely, Jason and Lucia are a couple inspired by criminals like Bonnie and Clyde, a theory previously confirmed by well-known journalist Jason Schreier. Schreier's involvement lends credibility to this narrative direction, as he has a strong track record of reporting on the gaming industry. The Bonnie and Clyde framework provides a rich template for storytelling, offering opportunities to explore themes of loyalty, desperation, the American dream's dark underbelly, and the consequences of choosing a life of crime. The relationship dynamics between the characters appear complex and multifaceted. A recently leaked video showcased Lucia and Jason in a cooperative mission where police chase Lucia, with sirens blaring in the background, and Lucia is then seen getting into a police car, followed by Jason, and driving away. This sequence demonstrates the cooperative gameplay that will define their partnership, with both characters working together to evade law enforcement and complete objectives. The second trailer begins with a look at Jason's daily life, while Lucia is...
The emotional core of their relationship is captured in a key moment from the trailer. Lucia says, "The only way we're going to get through this is by sticking together, being a team, trust," and Jason responds with, "Trust," and Jason responds with. This exchange, while brief, encapsulates the central theme of partnership and mutual reliance that will likely drive the narrative forward. However, the potential for betrayal lurks beneath the surface, adding tension to every interaction between the characters. Players will likely be able to switch between Lucia and Jason during gameplay, just like in GTA V with Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, allowing the story to evolve from both perspectives and keeping missions exciting. This character switching mechanic, proven successful in GTA V, returns with apparent refinements and improvements. Developer footage showed the character switch happening almost instantaneously, swapping between Jason as the active character with Lucia relaxing on a couch, with another test showing Jason walking out of a motel and the developer switching to Lucia in the interior just as quickly. The character wheel in GTA 6 offers 3 distinct control options: solo Jason, solo Lucia, or dual protagonist control, allowing players to seamlessly switch between characters or operate them simultaneously for coordinated activities like store robberies. This dual protagonist control option represents an evolution of the character switching mechanic, potentially allowing for more complex missions that require coordinated actions from both characters simultaneously. Imagine scenarios where one character provides covering fire while the other advances, or where both characters need to trigger mechanisms at precisely the same moment. Implications for mission design are significant. It will be possible to switch between characters similar to GTA 5, and characters may have strengths and weaknesses, with one being better at shooting, another at driving, or stealth. This suggests that missions may require players to think strategically about which character to control at different moments, adding a layer of tactical decision-making to the gameplay. Players might switch to Lucia for aggressive assault missions while relying on Jason for stealthier approaches or situations, requiring precision shooting with his slow-motion ability. The world of Leonida and Vice City, according to new leaks, GTA 6 will feature 5 story chapters, creating a structured narrative similar to Red Dead Redemption 2. With the Bonnie-and-Clyde-inspired storyline following Jason and Lucia through Vice City and surrounding areas like Ambrosia and Port Gellhorn. This chapter-based structure provides a framework for character development and narrative progression, potentially marking significant turning points in Jason and Lucia's criminal careers and relationship. Each chapter might represent an escalation in the stakes they face or changes in their circumstances. The game world promises unprecedented scope and detail. GTA 6 will feature over 700 enterable buildings and malls with a realistic weapon carrying system similar to Red Dead Redemption 2. This level of environmental interactivity far exceeds previous GTA titles, suggesting a world that feels genuinely alive and explorable. The ability to enter hundreds of buildings means that missions can unfold in more varied and unpredictable ways, with players having more options for approach and escape routes. The game features 5 story chapters with a 6-star wanted level system, and a weight loss and gain system is also expected to be part of the gameplay. These systems add layers of simulation and consequence to player actions. The weight system, carried over from GTA San Andreas, suggests that Rockstar is committed to making the protagonists feel like living characters who exist within the game world, even when players aren't actively controlling them. The expanded wanted level system indicates that law enforcement responses will be more varied and intense than in previous entries. Additional gameplay features enhance immersion and variety. Underwater activities like scuba diving will feature treasures and secrets, with diving as an activity being described as the best players would have ever seen in any game. This suggests that Vice City's coastal location will be more than just aesthetic, offering substantial underwater content that rewards exploration. Recent leaks unveiled an innovative feature that allows characters' hair and beards to grow over time, mirroring the passage of time within the game's world, reminiscent of mechanics in games like Witcher 3. Supporting cast and antagonists, the protagonists won't navigate Vice City alone. New characters include Brian Heder, a local drug smuggling boss, Cal Hampton, a laid-back collaborator, and Booby Ike, a real estate and strip club mogul, moving into the music industry. Booby Ike is described as a major character who turned his street life into a business empire, running real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. These supporting characters suggest a criminal underworld with various factions and opportunities for alliance and conflict. The second trailer reveals what's likely to be GTA 6's main antagonist, an unnamed police officer who's heard speaking a single line, "Us cops gotta stick together," and is also seen making what certainly look like shady backroom deals and conducting a raid on an unknown location. This corrupt law enforcement figure represents a classic GTA antagonist type, someone ostensibly representing order and justice but actually embodying corruption and abuse of power. His presence suggests that Jason and Lucia won't just be fighting against the law in general, but against specific individuals within law enforcement who may have their own agendas. There are missions where in one of them Lucia infiltrates a gang of bodybuilders, while in another mission, the cops betray each other. These mission descriptions hint at the narrative variety players can expect, with some missions focusing on infiltration and subterfuge, while others explore corruption within law enforcement itself. The Rags to Riches narrative arc, GTA 6, will likely feature more of a Rags to Riches story than GTA 5, with the relationship between Jason and Lucia at its center, beginning with both of them at a low point after Lucia's release from prison. This narrative structure provides a clear trajectory for character development and escalating stakes. Jason picks Lucia up when she gets out of prison. They move into a small starter apartment together, which Jason describes as a good start for the two of them. And Lucia is seen coming home in a high-visibility vest, presumably fresh from a hard day of work at a legitimate job. Collapsing on the couch. This grounded opening establishes the characters as people trying to build legitimate lives despite their past mistakes. The struggle to survive on legitimate income in an expensive city like Vice City could serve as the catalyst that pushes them back toward crime. Lucia will probably have trouble finding a decent job, then struggle to stay afloat on minimum wage, only to turn back to crime, because she realizes that it pays. This economic motivation adds social commentary to the narrative, exploring how systemic inequalities and limited opportunities can push people toward illegal activities. The progression from small-time crimes to larger operations likely mirrors the classic GTA structure of starting small and building a criminal empire. However, the personal relationship between Jason and Lucia adds emotional weight to these escalations. Each decision to commit another crime isn't just about gameplay progression. It's about a couple making choices that bind them closer together while potentially leading them toward disaster. Controversial content and creative decisions. A leaked storyline revealed a plot that was allegedly too dark and was ultimately scrapped by Rockstar. While specific details of this abandoned storyline weren't fully disclosed, its existence suggests that Rockstar explored darker narrative territories before settling on the Bonnie-and-Clyde-inspired story we're getting. The decision to change course indicates that even a studio known for controversial content has boundaries regarding what they're willing to present to audiences. The response from fans to this revelation was mixed. Some expressed disappointment that Rockstar might be pulling back from darker themes, while others defended the decision as showing maturity and This debate highlights the ongoing tension in game development between pushing creative boundaries and maintaining responsible storytelling, particularly in a franchise that has historically courted controversy. Cut content and features not in the final game include the pronability, dual wielding, full nudity scenes, and a Disney World equivalent. The pronability in particular generated discussion among fans, as leaked footage showed the mechanic in action before it was reportedly removed. These cuts demonstrate that game development is an iterative process, where features are constantly evaluated for their contribution to the overall experience. Visual presentation and technical achievements. The leaked footage and official trailers have showcased significant graphical improvements over GTA V. The two characters already seem to have a sense of style all their own, with Lucia seen with a pink top and jeans, whereas Jason sports a backwards cap and shorts, potentially their default looks that allow players to mix up their outfits as they get further in the game. Character customization has been a staple of modern GTA games, and these default appearances establish distinct visual identities for the protagonists. Combat improvements include close-ups of NPC reloading that look more realistic than before, with cops shown to reload in real time during confrontations with Lucia, and a recoil test showing the developers are working on making combat feel accurate. These details suggest that gunplay will feel more weighty and realistic than in previous entries, potentially bringing the shooting mechanics closer to the level of refinement seen in games like Red Dead Redemption 2. Transportation options appear diverse and detailed. Jason can be shown shooting inside a boat in what looks to be a vehicle damage test, while another shows the main character sitting in a fan boat, and a returning aspect from GTA 4 appears to be subway transportation, as Jason is shown getting on and off a Vice City metro car. The variety of vehicles and transportation methods promises gameplay variety and multiple approaches to navigation and mission completion. Platform availability and release information. GTA 6 made official confirmation that it will be available on Xbox Series XS and PS5, and nothing else. This current generation exclusivity allows Rockstar to fully utilize the hardware capabilities of these systems without the compromises necessary to support older platforms. GTA 6 won't be available on PC at launch, following Rockstar's traditional pattern of delayed PC releases that has characterized previous entries in the franchise. GTA 6 recently got delayed to May 2026, with the game officially launching on May 26, 2026 for the PS5 and Xbox Series XS consoles. While delays are always disappointing, Rockstar's history suggests that the extra development time will result in a more polished and complete experience. The May 2026 release date gives the development team additional months to refine gameplay systems, complete later story chapters, and ensure the game meets the extraordinarily high expectations that accompany any GTA release. Community speculation and theorizing the GTA community has been remarkably active in analyzing every frame of leaked footage and official trailers. Fan theories range from plausible interpretations of available evidence to wild speculation about potential plot twists and character fates. The theory that Jason might be an undercover cop or might betray Lucia has gained particular traction, with fans citing the ominous way he says trust in the trailer as evidence of potential duplicity. Some fans initially speculated that Jason and Lucia might be brother and sister, but after the game's files leaked online, players discovered that they look very different from each other, making the romantic couple interpretation more likely. This evolution of fan understanding demonstrates how communities piece together information from various sources to form cohesive pictures of what to expect. The credibility of various leakers has become a topic of discussion within the community. A trusted leaker known as GameRoll correctly revealed Jason and Lucia's full names long before they were made public. This accuracy has led fans to give more weight to subsequent leaks from the same source, though Rockstar has not officially confirmed most of these details. The disclaimer accompanying many leaks acknowledges uncertainty. They claim to be friends of a Rockstar developer, information that should be treated as rumor until officially confirmed. The significance of Lucia as gaming's latest female protagonist, Lucia's role as GTA's first playable female protagonist in the main series, represents a significant milestone for gaming representation. While the industry has made strides in recent years toward more diverse protagonists, major franchises like GTA have historically centered male characters and male power fantasies. Lucia's prominence in marketing materials and her apparent leadership role in the criminal partnership challenges traditional genre conventions. The character's design avoids common pitfalls in the representation of women in video games. Rather than being sexualized or relegated to a supporting role, Lucia appears competent, complex, and central to the narrative. Her criminal background, relationship complications, and apparent parental responsibilities create a multi-dimensional character rather than a token female presence. The Bonnie Parker inspiration connects her to a historical figure known for agency and active participation in criminal activity rather than passive victimhood. However, representation also brings responsibility. How Rockstar handles Lucia's character throughout the game's narrative will be scrutinized by critics and fans alike. Will she maintain her apparent agency and leadership, or will the story gradually center Jason? Will her gender be treated as a character trait rather than her defining feature? These questions won't be answered until players experience the complete game, but the early signs suggest Rockstar is committed to treating Lucia as an equal protagonist rather than a gimmick. Conclusion. A new chapter for Grand Theft Auto. The leaked information and official revelations about Jason and Lucia paint a picture of GTA 6 as an ambitious evolution of the franchise. The Bonnie-and-Clyde-inspired narrative provides a strong thematic foundation, while the expanded gameplay systems and massive game world promise unprecedented scope and interactivity. The chapter-based structure, character switching mechanics, and supporting cast suggest a story with depth and variety. What we know officially about GTA 6 is that the game is set in Vice City and will feature two main protagonists, Jason and Lucia, with a total of 8 characters having been introduced in the game along with a storyline and some new locations on the map. While many details remain officially unconfirmed, the combination of leaked footage, credible insider information, and official trailers has given fans substantial insight into what to expect. The May 2026 release remains distant, leaving ample time for additional revelations, marketing campaigns, and perhaps new leaks. Rockstar's historically secretive approach to game development makes every new piece of information valuable currency within the gaming community. Whether Jason and Lucia's story ends in triumph, tragedy, or something in between remains to be seen, but their journey through Vice City promises to be one of gaming's most anticipated narratives. The confirmation of these characters and their storyline represents more than just information about a single game. It marks the continuation of one of gaming's most influential franchises into a new era. How Jason and Lucia's story resonates with players, how their relationship develops through the game's 5 chapters, and whether their partnership can survive the pressures of criminal life and potential betrayal will define GTA 6's place in the series' legacy. For now, fans can only speculate, theorize, and count down the days until they can finally step into the shoes of these two outlaws and write their own version of the Bonnie and Clyde legend in the neon-soaked streets of Vice City.